Everyone, hey, it is your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I'm here today with a pick a card reading. I'm so grateful, blessed, thankful, and just appreciative to be here and to be able to deliver this reading to you all. So, for today's reading, I'm basically just going to be doing like a general read just to check in on your current energies. It's very similar to my Instagram general live readings that I would do. So before I would read on whatever the question was, I would always just check in on the current energies and see just what's currently going on, if there's any advice and any encouragement, and just uplift the messages to help you continue to keep pushing forward. So I'm so excited. If this is your first time here with me, I welcome you. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And pick a card readings are very simple. You just look at the deck that attracts you the most, that you feel attracted to the most rather, and also pair them with crystals. So you can choose your deck and then jump down to the description box and actually click the timestamp for the pile, and it'll automatically take you there. So go ahead and take a couple seconds if you need to. You can even pause the video just to see which pile that you feel attracted to the most. And also make sure to check out my other information that is in the description box as well, as far as how to get into contact with me and just the other services that I offer. So I'm definitely excited about that, y'all. If you would like to make a donation, you can go ahead and do so as well. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, for my pile one people that chose the Mermaid Tarot with the pyrite crystal, I'm gonna go ahead and start your reading. And as always, I start off with the with the goddess deck just to see what's currently going on with you at this time, and then I'll use the tarot deck to clarify. All right, so off the rip, I'm getting that, of course, with transformation, I'm definitely getting here that a lot of you all are ending out some cycles. You're ending out some cycles. For some reason, I see the World card. So you're ending out some cycles in which you are now evolving and you're changing and you're continuously progressing and constantly moving forward. Now, I'm also getting that a lot of you all, even through this process of transformation, you've been called to have to really pay attention to yourself, you know, to pay attention to your desires, to your needs, to your wants. It's a very similar message that I was getting in a personal reading that I did yesterday. And for the most part, I really see that as far as with you going through this transformation and you going through this period of evolution, it's very important for you to focus on what your own specific needs and wants are, and to make sure that you're updating. Yeah, to make sure that you're updating your needs and wants. So whatever it is that you need for yourself and whatever it is that you want, I've realized that just within the more mature that even I become, just within the more mature I become, I realize that there's it's like a meshing of needs and a meshing of wants. So I just feel as though you're going through a transformation process right now. Like I said, you are constantly evolving, and through this period of evolution, through this cycle that you are stepping into and step in the old cycle that you're stepping out of, it's important to know that you go into this cycle fully feeling empowered and knowing who exactly you are. You know what I'm trying to say? Knowing who exactly you are and being able to not only communicate this to yourself so that you update yourself, but that you're also communicating this thing to other people as well. So it may cause for you to have to cut friends off. It may cause for you to have to find a new job. It may cause for you to have to just find something new that is more in alignment with who you've become, as opposed to still trying to do things that you may have used to do. So it's just like, for this, I'm really getting that you all are going through a maturation process. And as you're going through the process, you may be experiencing growing pains. Growing pains is something that came to mind. Growing pains. So growing pains could be the bittersweet feelings of knowing that maybe you can't hang out with the same group of friends that you was hanging out with. But instead of doing that, maybe now your financial stability has now increased. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's bittersweet. It's like, okay, I'm growing. These things are working out for me in my own life, but now it's kind of bittersweet because I have to let things go from the past that don't really apply to me. But you may still love that group of people, or you may still be passionate about that job. You may still be passionate about that job, or feel some type of way that you probably had to let it go, but at the same time, it's just something new for you, and it's really calling for you right now to be flexible. It's calling for you right now to just to sit with yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Sit with yourself, and through the growing pains, that's what I'm trying to say. Through the growing pains, is very important for you to at least be able to sit with yourself and to put yourself into a place of rest. I'm kind of getting the Four of Swords card. I feel like the Four of Swords will come up, but it's really just putting yourself into a place of, I don't know. I feel like it's, for some reason, I just kind of got incubator. Incubator. I think that maybe in general in life right now, you're kind of like in an incubator, but I'm getting that because you're going through a period of maturation right now where you are essentially evolving and growing from the person that you used to be. You're closing out a cycle, and there's a new one that is, beginning for you. Yeah, I'm kind of getting incubator. It's like, for some reason, I'm just getting that. For some reason, I'm really getting that you're either a young person or you're young in spirit. And it's like this incubator, whatever it is that you're in, is kind of taking you back. It's taking you back. So I feel like it could be taking you back as far as with, the different passions and desires that you may have had for yourself at one point in time that could have gotten lost through the cycle that you were currently in. So for some reason, I'm kind of getting that you're being taken back. It reminds me of like a time machine. So I wouldn't be surprised if, people from the past start coming back. I also wouldn't be surprised if you started to take a certain interest in things that you used to do before. I'm trying to say, before life really picked up and things got mundane and things, I'm trying to say, like that day-to-day practical living, like before that kind of came into play. It's like I feel as though you'll be taken back to a time in which you were more so flexible, taken back to a time in which your energy was more so free-flowing, and in which you also had passions and desires that you may not have acted on. So I'm kind of getting like you're being taken back in time, but then you're also going and stepping into a new phase of your life right now at this time. So let me get some more. Get some more cards. Yeah, I feel like this is a process that is kind of really out of your control. It's out of your hands. I feel like it's really up to divine intervention, and this is also divine timing. So it may have just been your season to mature and your season to grow. Because I'm seeing that a lot of you all, like, if it wasn't for divine timing happen or intervention happening, I don't think this is a process that you would have put yourself under. I don't really see this being a process that you would have put yourself under. It's just something that kind of just happened. Like you kind of just you kind of just fell into it, if that makes sense. Or it could be one of those things that are just faded. It's just out of control. This is just your season to grow, regardless if you like it or not. Regardless of if you thought, for some of y'all, I feel like you were fine with the person that you were, or you felt fine with the person that you were. You felt okay with yourself. Like I said, this isn't something that you chose to do. This transformation and this evolution that's happening, it's just a natural cycle that is actually closing out. But yeah, like I'm saying, I don't think this is something that y'all would have chosen to do on your own volition. You know what I'm trying to say? I really don't see that being so. But the crazy thing is okay, now you're dealing with the transformation, you're dealing with the evolution process, the transformational process. You know what I'm trying to say? Through that process is, like I said, it's going to be very important for you to be diligent in nurturing yourself. So this is exhibiting self-care, you know, and whatever self-care means to you, because self-care to me might be different, you know, for you. You know, self-care to me might be like, oh, I get to relax and stay in bed all day. Self-care to you might be, oh, I'm making money today. You know, I'm productive. I'm doing this today. This is self-care for me. You know what I'm trying to say? So self-care is different for everyone, but I'm getting that when it comes down to yourself, if you it's funny because if you subscribe to twin flame relationships, it's going to be very important for you to not focus so much on that twin flame relationship, but focus more so on yourself. Like, how are you moving through this process? You know, how are you being productive? How are you getting your financial stability together? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what motivates you? What drives you? You know what I'm trying to say? It's really on you to figure out what your desires and passions are and what actually motivates and drives you. Like, this is completely on you now. Yeah, it's completely on you. This really has nothing to do with a relationship with another person. And so and so if you've recently experienced a breakup or a separation or something, it's going to be very important for you to stay focused on yourself and to nurture yourself through the process. Remember, you're growing, and this is growing pains. You know what I'm trying to say? That should be the title of y'all's pile, growing pains. And really understanding that, you know, this new phase that you're moving into, like, regardless of if you wanted to do it or not, it's like you feel you're very well equipped to move throughout this phase. You know, you're very well equipped to do so. But it's definitely going to cause for you to have to make sure that you are, you know, always checking in with your ego, always checking in with what you actually want and need, as opposed to what your ego needs are, you know, through this process. Let's see. But yeah, a lot of you all haven't really been feeling like you've had the opportunity to attain as much as you wanted to. I feel like a lot of you all have been dealing with just a lot of practical day-to-day matters, like I mentioned before. And so the great thing about this new beginning is that it definitely gives you the opportunity to not only drop those things that may have been burdens, but for you to actually focus on success, and whatever success means to you. It's going to allow you to get into a space to where you can be more free flowing, to where you can start to be more flexible, to where you can start to drop your defenses, if that makes sense. I'm just getting that a lot of you all may have definitely went through some type of heartbreak, some type of you've let something go recently. I feel like you've let something go. This cycle has caused you to have to let things go, to have to update yourself, and for you to honor yourself where you currently are right now. And I feel like like I said, a lot of you all could definitely be in a period of rest and recuperation and recovery. So like a Four of Swords type of energy, where you're just kind of like taking a pause and a break on certain things, and using that time to really work things out in your head. It's kind of like the quieting your mind down before you start to meditate, that type of process. So a lot of you all could definitely be just trying to quiet your mind down so that you can actually just listen and focus on you. So you might just be clearing out a whole bunch of background noise and just a whole bunch of things that haven't really helped you to really feel empowered about yourself. It's like you're really starting to examine, you know, ways in which you could have done better for yourself, or ways in which you could have advocated for your needs, or exhibited some type of assertiveness or something. You know, you feel like there's limitations, and now in this place of rest, you'll be able to understand what your own limitations are, so that you can start to address those things. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of you all have definitely, for some reason, I feel like a lot of you all have definitely had to let things go that you did not initially want to let go. Like, if you could have chosen to not go through this cycle, I feel like you would have chosen not to. But it's a lot of like not to, but you wouldn't have initiated it on your own. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't think that was something that you was necessarily ready to do. Whatever it was that you let go of, it wasn't something that you was really necessarily ready to do. But I do feel as though, because this is the ending of a cycle and there is something new that is on the horizon for you, it's like you had to do it. You know, you had to do it. So even though a lot of you all we're not necessarily excited about this phase and this time period that you are in, at the same time, with the Page of Wands at the end, like I said, for some reason I feel like you're being taken back. You know, you're being taken back to things that, you know, actually excite you. You're being taken back to actually feeling passionate, and for some reason I feel like feeling alive again. Like you're gonna start to feel alive again, and I think it's because you're being more so focused on you, but you're moving through those growing pains. You know, you're just moving through some growing pains. I wanted to go ahead and get some I don't know, let's get some Moonology cards. I love this Moonology deck. It's amazing. It's amazing, y'all. This is the Moonology deck. So I'm just going to get some Moonology cards and see what advice it gives. And then I'll give you something from the Power deck just to help you. Move forward. All right, so I've already seen this card and this one fell off. So we have a time to give rather than take. With the Nurture card, I feel like this is more so on you. And then even with that Virgo energy as well, you know, Virgo energy doesn't do well controlling other people, you know, but it does do well within you and within yourself. You know how Virgos are. I have some Virgo elements in my chart, so I know what I'm talking about. But for the most part, I feel like this has to do more so with you, and it would benefit you to give to yourself more so than to take. And that's what I was talking about as far as not betraying yourself or doing things that you know make you feel good or in more in alignment with your needs and with your wants. This is a card that I definitely saw. Prosperity lies ahead. I saw a couple other cards as well, with the ones that fell. But if they come back up, they'll definitely come back up again. But I do get that even with this new beginning here, it's really going to, I think the new beginning is you're going to be focusing more so on your financial stability and as far as feeling empowered. And, you know, it's not about being selfish, but it is about more so self-love and making sure that you're good first as opposed to the other people around you, because you've been doing that. You've been carrying loads. You've been carrying, you know, your tasks, your responsibilities, your day-to-day matters. You've been carrying a lot. You know, you could have possibly been carrying it for other people as well, you know, but now I feel like it's more so you just taking back your power, and it's more so you just because I mentioned earlier the ego. I think it's more so just you taking back your power and really getting in touch with what feels better to you, you know, as opposed to you doing things for other people and stroking their egos. And it's like, well, what feels good to me? You know, what feels good to me? I don't feel like you really found success from constantly giving and just carrying everything for you, yourself, and for other people. Now we have here the answers you need are coming. The answers you need are coming. So if you find that this is a very bittersweet type of cycle that you're in right now, just understand that, you know, the answers to, you know, why this situation is coming. You know, oftentimes when we're going through things, we really don't understand the bigger meaning, but they say hindsight is 20/20. So as far as you getting some more information about why you're in this cycle, or just what this cycle means to you, or the things that are coming to you through this process, that thing is definitely going to be on the way. So this is the Power deck. I like this deck because it's just a whole bunch of different artwork on the back. Just for an example, this is a whole bunch of different artwork. I love it. But I'm going to go ahead and just get you a message, and I will leave it there. Look, y'all. Nurturing. I literally was just talking about y'all need to nurture yourself. But here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and read this verbatim because I just love these messages as they are. And they're just like a good conclusion, you know, to a great reading. So only we can heal ourselves, sometimes with assistance, sometimes without. Our energy or chakra system corresponds to the energy flow from the earth. If you listen and feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her with the nurturing force of timeless give and take. Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and then place it in the hands of the earth and sky deities. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men the world over. Nurture your dreams. Act in your dreams as you want to act. Find the guarded kivas and sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your spirit. So that's it, y'all. I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading, and definitely peace to you as you move through this transition and you deal with these growing pains and just updating yourself. But I can definitely say that it is going to be well worth it. So with that being said, y'all, this was your girl Spicy, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, my pile two people that chose the Modern Witch Tarot deck and this smooth crystal quartz, this smooth clear crystal quartz crystal. I just actually received this from a dear friend of mine. She got me this, and I was definitely so happy when I got it in the mail. It's so smooth, and I just love it. It's just, it feels good. It feels really good. But yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the goddess deck. Just give me a second to shuffle it and make sure the old energy is gone, because it be like that. Like when you don't shuffle your cards good enough, it's like it'll be the same cards coming up, and you'll think like, wait. But it's like, no, you should shuffle your cards better. So let's go. All right, y'all. All right, so we starting off strong with some Kuan Yin energy. We starting off strong. All right, y'all. Y'all some, what's it called? I was about to say truth teller. Let me just say it, truth teller. Y'all are some truth tellers, or you just have a really good gift of just a foresight. Y'all could be doing that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, y'all could definitely be some truth tellers for real. Like, this is the energy. Yeah, this is just the energy of someone who, for some reason, for some reason, the song that came to my mind was Heard It All Before by Sunshine Anderson. So I feel like you all, I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be a love relationship, but you all like literally just found out the truth about something. You know, you literally just found out the truth about something. I'm not sure if it's within a relationship, if it's just within your life in general. But it's definitely coming up that you all have found out the truth about something. You know, there was something that you that was on your mind. There was something that was pondering you. There was something that you were pondering. You were contemplating about. And it was just unanswered questions. And I feel like a lot of you all have come into the truth of a matter. You know, for some reason, we heard it all before. It's making me feel like, okay, this is a relationship. But I really try to not put everything in terms of love, relationships with the other people, because this could definitely have to do with yourself. But I do feel as though a lot of you all have found out the truth of a matter. And now you're just kind of dealing with seeing that thing realistically for what it is. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. But yeah, a lot of you all are definitely truth tellers. That's why I'm like, I feel like you could also be just a spiritual person. Your intuition might just be at an all-time high. Your intuition might just be at an all-time high or something. But yeah, all right, y'all. So whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, within as far as you seeing the truth of the matter, is really calling for you right now to well, right now, right now you're exhibiting just a lot of calm, cool energy for yourself. Is kind of what I'm seeing. Like, you're having compassion for yourself, and I feel like this compassion and forgiveness that you are exhibiting for yourself is putting you in a better position to also be compassionate and forgiving of other people as well. But yeah, I'm getting you right now as someone who is just being really cool, calm, collected, and passionate. Like the Queen of Cups here, she exhibits like so much care. Like, she doesn't care about, you know, what else is going on out here in the world. Like, she cares about what is directly going on with not only herself, but directly going on with another person. And she exhibits that intense focus on herself or on another individual. For some reason, I feel like a lot of you all have gotten out of, well, I feel like you have gotten out of a relationship, but at the same time, I feel like just even if this was me looking at you within yourself, it's like I feel like you have just, it had so much just harsh, turbulent energies and just a whole bunch of harsh and turbulent and traumatic things that have gone on with you. So I feel like right now at this point in time, you're being called, or you may already be exhibiting some type of forgiveness and compassion for yourself. Like, when you exhibit Kuan Yin energy, it's like it is really putting you in a state of forgiveness so that you can let go of whatever that thing is that is afflicting you, or if you have to let go of people and relationships that do not benefit you. So the type of energy that you are being called to exhibit, even through you finding out what the truth and the reality of a situation is, that type of energy, it's just calling for you to be really calm, cool, collected, and compassionate with yourself. You know, forgiving with yourself, giving yourself the flexibility that you need as far as within your emotions, knowing what you know. Like, yeah, you know what you know. This is real life. This is real. Like, you already seen what it is for what it is, especially here with the illusion card. I'm just kind of getting that it's like things are a mirage and everything isn't as what it seems. You know what I'm trying to say? But you have gotten into a place to where you're able to look at things realistically as they are. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you're not being caught up about the little details. You're not being caught up and allowing your emotions to take you to so many different types of places. It's like, look at this thing emotionless. You know what I'm trying to say? Look at this thing for what it is. And that's the type of energy that you're in. So now that you know what you know, you're focused more so on how can I be more compassionate, not only to myself or maybe to others. You know, that's a question that you can ask yourself. But I feel like a lot of you all were exhibiting really harsh energies. You know, you could have definitely been very cutting with your actions, a cutting with your words. And it's just calling for you to have to look at this thing in a different place. Yeah, this is exactly like when I tell y'all, this was the card that I was literally thinking about on my mind, was the Five of Cups. Like, this was literally the card on my mind. It's like, it's really calling for you to not really get caught up in what didn't go right or what you don't have, or, you know what I'm trying to say? Or, because I mean, I feel like it would be pushing, you know, just not being grateful. It would be pushing on being ungrateful. You know, like, I'm kind of getting at whatever it was that you learned, this information that came up, be grateful for that information. You know, be grateful for what it is that was told to you, or from what it is that you experienced, and the wisdom that you got from this situation. Let's just call it a lesson. Like, be grateful for what that lesson taught you. You know, be grateful because it allowed you to see things, you know, realistically as they are. Yeah, so yeah, so I definitely feel as though I feel like this was a relationship, or this was just a dealing with someone. Yeah, I feel like this was definitely a dealing with someone. And I feel like a lot of you all definitely through the situation, I feel like for some reason I'm getting that you were the person. If this was a love relationship or something, I feel like you were the person that was left. And like I said, we heard it all before with that song by Sunshine Anderson. She's talking about, you know, her partner that she knows, she found out that that partner is cheating on her, and she already heard the excuses, and she's not trying to put up with it anymore. Like, it's not working for her. You know, the lies are not working. I'm literally hearing the song play in my head, but I'm just getting that a lot of you all were really taken for a loop. So if this was a love relationship, I'm feeling as though it really like it's similar with this Five of Pentacles card. Is like this Five of Pentacles is like this the abandonment, the lonely nights that you had, the feelings of literally being, you know, like I said, abandoned, left out in the cold, that you literally feel like you're not in a place of prosperity or abundance or success within this connection. Like, I really do feel as though through the experience that you had, like, this is where the wisdom and this is where the knowledge really came in. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I'm just getting that a lot of you all might have been taken for a loop emotionally. And that's why I'm just like, there's been a lot of turbulence. It's like you felt passionate at times, and then you haven't felt passionate at times. And then some of y'all, to deal with and to cope with your emotions and just what you went through, you did resort to utilizing substances. You know what I'm trying to say? Some of y'all, I feel like the energy that you experienced through this situation was just really, like, I don't know what to say, like how to say it. It was just really turbulent. It just was really turbulent energies and whatnot. And I really think it called for you to have to really, you know, look at the matter just from a different perspective, because you couldn't really control the situation, if that makes sense. For some reason, I'm just getting at, like, also this is something that was just out of your hands. You couldn't really control the situation. You couldn't really exhibit some type of you know, harsh authoritarian position. It wasn't really for you to do so. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? You couldn't really do that. But a lot of you all, I feel like, have taken a 180 where you might have been exhibiting a lot of harsh masculine energy, and now you're just like, what was I putting all of this energy for? Like, why was I putting all of this energy into this thing for? Like, I could really just sit back, be cool, calm, and collected, and at peace, and still know what I know and move forward regardless of what happened. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just you're understanding now, regardless of if this was a relationship or not. It's like you're understanding now that it's time for peace. You know what I'm trying to say? It's time to stop to really kill that noise. Like, it's really time for peace. Just with this Wheel of Fortune card right here, it's just letting me know, like I said, it's time for peace, and it was just time for you to exhibit a different type of energy. You know, so a lot of you all could have just been putting in a lot of intense masculine energy into everything and everyone, and it was just like, you know, just in a way to control the situation or to make sure the situation went in your way. But now we're just getting that, okay, now it is actually time for peace. It's time to see things as they are, as opposed to, yeah, I feel like a lot of you all, yeah, for some reason I'm getting that a lot of you all have cried. You just cried, like, when you realize that, no, I have to see this thing realistically. It might have made you cry, because you know, you learned things that you were not able to learn and see with that super controlling energy that you might have had. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, now you're able to see things realistically, and I feel like a lot of you are going through some type of feelings of release, you know, and this is something that Spirit is helping you with. It's helping you to release. So the title of y'all pile would be release. Release. Forgive and release. It's kind of what I'm getting. But let's see what's going on down here. Yep, I knew it. Let's see what's going on down here. Yeah, you all are just with just another illusions card coming up here as well. It's like you all are just coming into, I feel like you're coming back into your body, or you're focusing your energy back inwards into yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? And really, I feel like a lot of y'all could be experiencing some type of grounding moments, or if you're not grounding, it would be highly advised for you to do so that you can actually come back into your body and start to feel comfortable where you are, and start to address those things within yourself that may have been overlooked, or things that you may have, things that you have overlooked is kind of what I'm getting. Things that you have overlooked, especially within your own emotions. So the same type of energy that you put outwards as far as seeing the truth of the matter in your external life, I'm really getting that it's time for you, or you may already be doing this, is putting that energy back into yourself and getting clear with yourself, and getting clear within your body. So a lot of you all may not have really taken the time that you needed to do different things, like do different grounding techniques, or maybe exercising, or maybe feeling in the present moment. And it's just saying that it's time for you all to, in a sense, come back home into your body. You may have been too out there in the world energetically, and now it's time for you to really focus all your energy back into yourself. Release, y'all. Yes, I feel like this is where a lot of your strength is, as far as you feeling great about yourself, you feeling confident about yourself, you feeling driven, courageous, feeling like you can really take on anything in the world, is when you're clear with your emotions and you're back in your body. So welcome home. Welcome home. A lot of you all are choosing, you're just in a period right now where you're being asked to make, important decisions. You're being asked to make important decisions. And I feel like this has to do more so with your refocus on yourself. Now that you've seen what you've seen, you see what's up, you felt the emotions, and now it's time for you to forgive yourself, for your own shortcomings. Forgive yourself for your ability to maybe not move on like you should have, or like you could have. But that's just imperative thinking. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen, for the most part. But I do get that a lot of you all are in a position now where you have to make important decisions that really come down to you, and to what makes you feel accomplished, what makes you feel successful, what makes you feel abundant, what makes you feel enough, what makes you feel, and these are just questions I'm asking, what makes you feel enough, what makes you feel abundant, what makes you feel successful, what makes you feel not overindulged, but what makes you feel like just overflowing. That's the word. Like what overflows you. You know what I'm trying to say? Or what makes you feel just so abundant, like when you just feel so abundant that like your happiness, your joy, your peace, all of these things are literally just overflowing. Like it's just an outpour of just all of this like good healing energy, and just, I don't know, it's up to you to really start to make decisions to align yourself with things, people, places, desires that make you feel this way, that make you feel joyous, that make you feel successful, that make you feel accomplished. It's time for you to really start to make smarter decisions, is kind of what I'm getting. Like your choices and your decisions are important. And I feel like Spirit just wants you to know that even the choice to forgive and the choice to release, like that is a very important decision, because it takes like whatever it was that you was dealing with, like it just takes it out of your hand, and it gives it to Spirit, it gives it to the universe, it gives it to God, for them to have to literally decide. Didn't I just say it's going to come down to y'all having to make very important decisions? Like, and you're definitely being supported by the universe. I can definitely tell you that one, because this card right here is a big card for me. When I look at it, I think about divine intervention. I look at it, I think about a resurrection. I think about Spirit essentially bringing you back to life. So that's why I was like, yo, welcome home, welcome back to your body. Welcome back. You've been dealing with some things, now it's time to come back. Last night took an L, but tonight you're bouncing back. That type of energy. So yes, y'all. Yes, my people. So we have here, your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. Reading for yourself is just kind of like how committed are you to yourself? How committed are you to, making the decisions that you need to make to get you more into alignment? How committed are you to, and oftentimes I feel like we're not even just tested. When we're tested, it's like it's not even more so for the other person, it's for us. It's for us. Like it's not, it's like life will literally just give you the test, and then you either pass the test or you don't, and then you learn the lesson afterwards, as opposed to when you in school and you learn the lesson and then you take the test, and then that's up to you. You know what I'm trying to say? I really do feel like this is like one of those tests. Like, how committed are you going to be, to yourself, to forgiving, to having compassion, to releasing, to understand what the truth is. But now you have to operate within that truth from a higher perspective, as opposed to just being reactive. Now you have to actually respond. You know what I'm trying to say? I think that that's what y'all are being called to do, is literally make smarter decisions and learn how to respond and not be reactive, and then also understand how to forgive and to let go and to have compassion. You know what I'm trying to say, for other people, and then also, most importantly, having compassion for yourself. So that's kind of like something that I'm getting. Let's see, because I had some cards fall out like that. All right, hold your vision. And this is something that I saw. Hold your vision, whatever your vision is for yourself, or for what you want moving forward. Just making better decisions, making better choices for yourself, and actually allying yourself with, choices and decisions that actually do bring you success. That like choices and decisions that you can actually control. You know what I'm trying to say, as opposed to trying to control a situation. It's good, because I feel like in the past y'all were trying to control situations that you really didn't have a good view or perspective on. But now it's like you're less in control, or trying to have that type of control over things that you actually know. It's kind of the energy of like, I know what I know. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't know what I don't know. Like that type of thing. And you know that there is more to learn. It's just like that type of energy as I kind of get. It's pretty cool. It's like you guys really did or are doing or will do a complete 180 flip. Here we have here, don't let your past hold you back. So just more so in alignment with releasing. Make sure that you're releasing, continuously releasing, and just forgiving yourself. And then we also have meditate and contemplate. And when I see this Pisces energy, I also think about just flowing as well. And meditation and contemplating things. I feel like I definitely said this before, that y'all were like contemplating, but I said pondering. I said something like that within this read. I said something like that, but this is definitely a very good thing to do through any type of situation. And you already are someone who seems to be very wise, and you have a good gift of being of sight and being able to see things as they are. So it would be great for you to not only give your mind a rest, but to be able to contemplate things from more of a peaceful place, as opposed to one from a chaotic and turbulent place, like it used to be for you. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to pull a card from the Power deck. I love this deck because of the artwork. The artwork is really nice. And then, of course, like the messages. Here's some artwork. Here we go. Yep. And the messages are just, they're fire. I love the messages in this deck. I should actually use this deck more than I typically do. But I guess that's why I decided to use it today. All right, y'all got two cards. but I'm gonna take this one right here. I'm gonna take this one right here. We have virtue. Virtue is one of the passive qualities of power. When you pull back the bow, preparing to set the arrow and define your target, you use the strength, the will, and the focus that you have collected within a part of yourself called virtue. Virtue is where you find inner truth. It is a place of illumination, and as that radiance grows within you, it becomes integrity. Without virtue, there is no inner balance. Virtue comes from the unknown, quiet things that you do for the world and for other people. With each virtuous act, your spirit shield becomes stronger and more beautiful, integrating the symbols of your inner life. However, like the deer, these symbols tread softly. Virtue marks your path on the other side, and like the one who walks last, the virtuous person is in a position of power. Walk in beauty and virtue, as power often arrives quietly. So that's it, y'all. I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. I definitely hope, wish, and pray the best for you moving forward in life. And I will see y'all another time. All right, my pile 3 people. Last but definitely not least. If you chose the Muse Tarot deck with the amethyst crystal, love it. Love this crystal. If you chose the Muse Tarot deck with the amethyst crystal, I'm going to go ahead and start your reading right now. And of course, we're going to be starting with the Goddess deck. I love this deck. I love a lot of my decks. There's definitely some decks that I don't use as often as I should. But we'll get there. We'll get there in due timing. We will get there. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is having a very blessed day today. Okay. Off the rip, y'all are starting with some very strong energy. Yeah. Immediately what came to my mind was the Phoenix. The Phoenix was something that came to mind. Yep. Oh. Okay. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't like the energy that y'all are in. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't like it. I love this energy, but we gonna keep reading into it. Y'all are just some ascended masters over here, I feel like, or are ascending. Yes, y'all. All right, so this I don't know, I really like this energy. Not to say that I don't like the energies in the other piles, but it's just, I don't know, I just had like a Page of Wands moment with reading. Like, I just had a Page of Wands moment minus the sexual innuendos with that card. But it was just like, oh, this is great. But yeah, a lot of you are definitely exhibiting a Phoenix type of energy, like the rise of the Phoenix, just rising from the ashes. When I see this Lilith card, I always think about like being reborn in a sense, but it's like you're reborn. It's like you still have a lot of the core qualities and characteristics of who you are. So if you were already a generous person, and let's say you went through some trauma and you came out of that trauma, and you know how like some generous people, they end up being hardened and toughened because of the things that they've been through, and now they go to the whole opposite end of the spectrum, and now they just don't want to be generous. They don't want to be themselves, but that is exactly who they are. They dealt with the trauma that forced them to feel like they could not be themselves. It's like you're not really dealing with that. It's like you went through some type of trauma, you went through some type of cycle, and that cycle, it toughened you up, but it didn't harden you up to the fact of now you can't actually be yourself. It's like you're just being yourself from a more smarter place, if that makes sense. You're being yourself, but from a more smarter and empowered place. It's like you learned a lesson, and you're not taking it for granted that you learned that lesson, or you went through that life experience that has got you to where you are now. So it's not to say that you aren't yourself anymore, but you're just a more smarter, more empowered, more toughened up version than who you are. Like, people can't play you for a fool. You know what I'm trying to say? That type of energy, like, nah, you can't play me. You know, I mean, we can't stop people from playing us, but you can see the little petty mind games, and you can see and you can spot the little petty manipulations, and you can spot the red flags in a person, in a place, or even in a situation or circumstance. So that's kind of where you are right now. Now, the energy that you are exhibiting right now, I feel like you're putting more time into just what makes you feel good. You know what I'm trying to say? What's I feel like every day you're in search of that, like, Ace of Wands moment where it's just like, okay, where's this new beginning? Like, what is this new beginning? How can I feel passionate? It's like, today is a new day. Like, what can I do within my day? You know, I feel like you might be getting up in the mornings and you feel so much more empowered to get into your work. You know what I'm trying to say? Whatever that is. But I feel like it's more so work that you're producing for yourself, not necessarily like you getting up to go to a job. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not like you getting up to go clock in somewhere, or you getting up to go do something for someone else. It's like you're up in the morning thinking to yourself, like, okay, like, this is a new day. This is a new opportunity. What can I do with my day? You know, you're very anxious and excited to make the most out of your days. And that's something I could definitely see here, because I feel like it's like when you went through the ringer, it's like, okay, I went through the ringer, but here I am, and now I'm about to make today work. You know, that's the type of energy that you're in right now. And you're putting more so of your excuse me, you're putting more so of your energy into not feeling like you have to do things by yourself. So you could also be another spiritual woo woo person, like pile two. Pile two. I feel like pile two is dealing more so with, you know, their physical 3D reality, but you all, it seems like you all are definitely the woo woo pile, the spiritual woo woo pile, if that makes sense. A lot of how you, the way in which you live, you live through your gut. So you live through your solar plexus. You live through your intuition. Like, what is it that your intuition tells you? You live through your confidence. You live through your a feeling like self-assured. But I really do feel as though you understand that this power that you are exhibiting, this power isn't necessarily something that is coming from you. Like, I feel as though you can acknowledge that, you know, there are spiritual and divine powers. There are spiritual divine powers, the universe, God, you know, your spiritual support team, like, they are the ones that are actually working with you. And so for that, you are able to give them the type of credit that they deserve for really doing this thing for you. You know, you all have went through a resurrection, in a sense. You already went through the resurrection, you know. And it's funny because the last pile was dealing with that as well. That was something that was, you know, going on. But I feel like for y'all have definitely dealt with the resurrection. You have definitely came back to life. you came back to life already, and now you're just awaiting the start of something new, or something new is already here. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that a lot of you are leaning on spirit. Like, you're understanding that, especially when it comes down to your creativity, to your imagination, to different things that you may be working on and producing, you understand that, you know, this isn't just coming from you. You can say like this is coming from somewhere else. So it's like all the credit just doesn't start and stop with you. You know what I'm trying to say? Which is amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot cards. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Need some more information. Get some more info. Yes, y'all. I feel like the cycle that you just came out of, it definitely included, I feel like it definitely included a lot of battle. Okay, a lot of battle. A lot of having to, and the crazy thing about it is I feel like when it comes to other people, I feel like one thing that we don't tend to realize, or we might realize this thing and overlook it, is the simple fact that the things that we don't like in other people are essentially mirrors. Like, it's things that we have to address within ourselves. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel as though and the cycle in which you were just resurrected out of, it really called for you to have to see yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? See yourself, but see it through other people. So if there was arguments, if there was confrontations, just a general feeling of not seeing eye to eye with others around you in your external world, I think it really calls for you to have to see that you no longer resonated with you no longer resonated with them, or you no longer resonated with that thing that was being projected back to you, if that makes sense. I know it's tough sometimes because it's like when you deal with other people, it's like it could either be a hit or miss. But when it's a miss, it really causes you to have to see that person realistically, and then also to have to address yourself. So a lot of your resurrection, a lot of that had to come from you having to actually look at yourself in a realistic manner as well, and just you were dealing with a lot of unfavorable things, but within those unfavorable things, it really caused you to have to clean it up. That's the thing I hear, clean it up. Like you had to clean up those things within yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? You had to clean up those things within yourself. Yeah, a lot of you all definitely, like, I mean, I have to say this, like, I'm definitely proud of you. Like, I'm proud of you. I'm definitely proud of you. Like, I'm proud of you. And it's just the fact that you were able to leave a situation, to leave a circumstance, or to leave a thing or a person. And you did it. Like, you saw what it was that just wasn't benefiting you within, wherever you were. You saw what it was, and you addressed that thing within yourself, and in turn it helped you to feel full, in a sense. Like, I'm trying to say, like, you might have felt like something was missing. It's like being the most popular person in school but still feeling alone. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, how they do that? Like, where do they do that? Like, how do you feel so known, so popular, but you still feel alone at the same time? Like, what I'm trying to say? And that was because there was something within you that had to be addressed, but it took you having to look around you and look at the things that were unfavorable and undesirable to you, and having to change those things. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I just feel like a lot of you all was just dealing with deceit. You might have been dealing with deceit, deceit, and just depending on, others, or even depending on, characteristics and facets about yourself that just were no longer true, if that makes sense. A lot of you all were definitely dealing with some type of deceit. And I also feel like within this independence, like, it's making you feel more empowered to actually work with spirit. So I feel as though a lot of you all were not working with spirit as adequately as you should have been, to really help you tap into just those creative powers that are really necessary, creative powers that you are tapping into right now. So yeah, a lot of you all are just more so like in your imaginative state of mind now. And it's like you have so many options and opportunity, and different things that you can choose, different things that you can choose to do. So I definitely like that. I like the fact of having options and having opportunity, because when you have options, and you have opportunities that are being presented to you, it's like you're never stuck or stagnant with the opportunities. And as far as with the options, it gives you the ability to tap into whatever you feel like tapping into at the moment, because you have different options. It's like you don't options doesn't allow you to have codependent relationships with anything, because you have the ability to do everything. You know what I'm trying to say? So you don't have codependent relationships with people, places, things, any of that stuff, because you have options. You don't have to always be sucked into doing one thing, or you don't have to keep all of your eggs in one basket. And I feel like working with the universe now, and really trying to co-create, it just gives you more, like I said, just more opportunities. And I'm seeing here that this really has something to do with, stability, and just feeling like you have all that you need, and that is you. You know what I'm trying to say? Understanding that everything that you need out here in this world, like whatever it is that you need to make more money, to be in a more stable position, Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I feel like this has to do with whatever it is that you're working up to with your creative projects and whatever it is. Of course, like you want the money, and the money is definitely gonna come. It's going to come. And I really feel as though just having the ability to have options, knowing that you have opportunities, that the universe is going to present opportunities to you, because now you're actually co-creating with the universe. You know, you're not trying to go against the grain. You're not trying to go ahead and do your own thing. I feel like this resurrection, this like the resurrection that you had literally is what made you a believer. And so now you're being able to create more with the universe. Now you know your intuition is A1. Now you are imaginative. Now you understand that the world is your oyster, you know. All right, y'all. Yeah, so I definitely feel like a lot of you all just with this with this, you know, creative spark that you are experiencing, or just with you know, putting time, effort, you know, energy and motivation into your creative pursuits and actually working, it's definitely important for you all to also just make sure that, you know, with whatever it is that you're doing, it's something that empowers you, and it's something that comes from you. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's not something that okay, so I definitely feel as though what I'm trying to say is like, just make sure that, you know, just caution, whatever it is that you're doing is something that comes from you, you know, and it's something that is coming from a more rooted and grounded place, as opposed to from an egotistical or prideful type of place. You know, whenever I see the Six of Wands in reverse, it doesn't mean that you're not successful. It just means that, you know, who did you have to step on to get to this place? You know what I'm trying to say? Or who or if is this thing that you're pursuing, is it in more touch with your ego needs and what you want egotistically, or from an egoism type of point of view? Or is it something that you're doing that's actually just coming from you? It's coming from your heart, it's coming from your soul, it's coming from your spirit. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Because sometimes people tend to do things because they think it's going to give them a lot of money, but they're not necessarily doing something because they actually want to do it. So I would just caution that with whatever it is that you're doing, just remain in more of a loving heart space energy with what it is that you're doing, as opposed to, oh, I'm doing this thing because I know I want to get money from it, that's why I'm doing this thing, you know. Because over time, it's like the money, even though, you know, the money is there, and I just told you the money is coming, it's like over time, it's like you'll just be doing things for money, but you won't necessarily be doing things because you actually have a connection to that thing that you're doing. You know, it's no purpose there, it's no intentions there other than making money. You know what I'm trying to say? So just, that's all I would say, is definitely make sure that you're checking that. But the cool thing that I can also say about this with y'all is that you don't really rush to it's like you don't really take impulsive action, which is pretty nice. You know, it seems like a lot of you all, this is where you want to be. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's funny because I've been just reading for a lot of people that feel like they're being stuck and stagnant, but this is actually an energy that you want to be stuck in. Like, you want to be stuck in the energy of being able to create, of waking up every single day, and it's just like, yo, like today is a new day, like the world is my oyster, I'm really about to get into today and really make this a great day. Like, this is an energy that you want to be in. You know, you want to be able to not have boundaries with yourself and with your creative mind, and that's amazing that you just want to be there. I feel like yeah, I feel like that, yeah, this is definitely connected to money, but just to let you know that the money is coming, even if you don't see it here, it is definitely coming. And just continue to keep co-creating with the universe. Now, we see here, yes, y'all. I feel like to not experience boredom. I feel like to not experience boredom, especially with your finances, with the things that you want to do, to not experience that boredom where it's kind of just like, what's next, you know, just to keep yourself in that Ace of Wands, you know, moment every single day. Like, just keeping yourself in that super passionate, wow, this is a new beginning mode. Definitely convening with spirit is going to be a great thing, because remember, y'all, like, the more that you convene with spirit, the stronger that your intuition becomes, and the more adept and able and capable that you will be as far as receiving these spiritual downloads that not only will help you move forward in life, but also will help your creativity. Like, you'll have limitless ideas. And this is something that's very important if you regard yourself as being an innovator, as someone who is always thinking ahead. Like, someone who is an innovator, they have a great connection to spirit, because you're getting downloads, you're getting messages, you're getting visions of things that are yet to come. You know, these are things in the future. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you consider yourself to be just a very creative person and an innovator, someone who is constantly looking towards the future and what is to come, then it's definitely going to be important that you remain connected to spirit. Now, the muse of inspiration, I think this is the King of Wands. I want to say that this is, yes, this is the King of Wands type of energy. Yeah, like I was literally just talking about that. And that's what the King of Wands is. He's a forward thinker. You know what I'm trying to say? He's someone, when it comes down to business, when it comes down to even negotiations, when it comes down to charisma, when it comes down to confidence, business matters. Like, he's a good guy because he's forward thinking. He's like an innovator. He's always thinking to, oh, what's the next possibility with that? You know what I'm trying to say? So just keep yourself in this place of where it's like, okay, there's multiple possibilities. I have options and I have opportunities, you know? Something here. Yes, y'all. I'm definitely happy. I'm definitely happy for y'all, because I'm getting that, you know, just within this new cycle that you're in, now that you have, you know, resurrected, you came back to life. That you have resurrected, it's just showing me that, you know, it's really like the possibilities, like, oh, the places that we can go. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, where can we go? Like, and just understanding that you have the ability to be limitless. You know what I'm trying to say? You can always go somewhere. You can always do something, especially when with you co-creating with the universe. It's just letting me know that things are really limitless for you. And in a place in which you, it's just, for some reason, it's just, what I'm getting is just really pushing it to the edge, but pushing it to the edge in a positive way. Like, how far can you go? How far can you push yourself? And this is not in a place to it's not in a place to, what can I say? It's not in a negative way, you know what I'm trying to say, or pushing yourself and not resting. It's not something like that, but it's like just in you know, the grand scheme of your life and just what you want to accomplish, and the money that you want to make, is like, well, how far can I actually push myself? Because this is limitless. You know, this new beginning that is apparent for you, that just lets me know that, you know, it is really going to, the possibilities are endless, okay? And it's really going to take you on a journey. It's going to take you on a path towards something that is definitely much more in alignment with the person that you have become after this resurrection. You know what I'm trying to say? It's going to put you more into alignment with, you know, feeling joyful, happy, hopeful. My creative projects are busting. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's just going to put you in more so of a creative, abundant type of energy. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's amazing. It's definitely amazing. What y'all went through before you resurrected and came back to life, that place that you was in, I can definitely say that you're moving on past that place. And it's just kind of like you're shedding layers of who you used to be. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when you see this young woman here in this car, it's like she has black on, she's fully dressed, and then she's at the edge. And then here we have another young woman at the edge, but she's wearing white or pink. So it's just like you went through a process of purification when you resurrected. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like you shedded layers of yourself. You know, you got a little bit much more comfortable just within your body, and now it's like you're ready to move on and to move forward. So I don't want to put this imagery out there, but I just got the image of someone just like taking off clothes and just taking off layers, like taking off winter coats, taking off, I mean, it is summertime where I'm at right now, but taking off layers and just taking off winter coats and just, you know, dropping your bags. You know what I'm trying to say? The song that you can listen to is Bag Lady, because like that's literally what you did. It's like you dropped your bags. They can only take you so far, you know. So let's get you some Moonology cards, and then I'm gonna end it with the power deck and get you a card from there. Yeah, so we have here a new start is coming, which is definitely apparent with the full energy, with the Six of Swords, letting me know that you are persistent and moving forward, and then also with the new beginnings card as well. It says this is a time for healing, a time for healing. You are very close to achieving your goal. And that's something I saw with the money coming. And the card that I did see was the Knight of Pentacles. So, and then also you have the Queen of Pentacles here as well. So it's just letting me know that even if things seem to be moving painstakingly slow, even if things are moving painstakingly slow, something you know, legitimate is gonna come for you, you know, something that is timeless. And then here we have confidence is your key to success. So this could definitely be very helpful to you with your creative pursuits. And also I just thought about that Ace of Wands too, and it's just like that to when I experience the Ace of Wands moment, it's like it just lights up your belly. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just something about the solar plexus energy that's just like, oh, like I have high self-esteem now. I have confidence now. Like when your solar plexus open, it's just like that thing just happens. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you literally just got activated. You know what I'm trying to say? So you could definitely be feeling those activations, those moments of activation on a daily basis, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now this is the power deck. I like this deck because I like the artwork. I like the artwork and the imagery. So let's just go ahead and get you a card from this deck, and then that will conclude our reading for today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I definitely hope you enjoyed it. Now the card I got for you is Dream. One day you will remember the great dream, and the way will become known to you. You entered into life through the veil of the dream because your reason for being here must be kept secret from you until you find your way home. You don't know who you are now, but one fine day you will remember. It is like creation looking for itself. You are in oneness with all life, though you are not aware of it yet. Rest assured, you will awaken from the dream. Until then, let the Great Mother rest within your spirit. She is the universe. She is the womb of all life. She is the light that shines from your eyes, illuminating your daily dreams. The possibilities you dream of will become your reality. So that's what the power deck has for you today. I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. As always, be blessed. Make sure you check out the information in the description box for how to get into contact with me, and to learn about all of my other services, and donations are greatly appreciated. So yeah, y'all, I really hope and wish and pray the best for you, and I will see y'all in the next reading. Bye-bye.